Hi there, and welcome to this ArchVIZ map painting tutorial with myself, Pedro Fernandez. So let's start off this tutorial talking about inspiration and what really gets an image going when I receive a brief. When I receive a brief, I receive generally an architectural model, and I try to look for a mood that best represents that architectural model and the ideas of the author and the architect. So to start off, I generally look at some reference library, and I try to go around the internet and I try to Google, look at other works, and try to find some images that really inspire me and really lend itself to this architectural object. As you can see on the screen, I've just found a few of the images, and I've just tried to analyze, and they kind of lend themselves to the project. And as you can see, we've got some oranges, some leading oranges, we've got some blues and some greens. And I just try and find how these can relate to each other, and just try and find the color harmonies that best convey a certain mood. We've also got a quite pitch dark sky here, so this is quite a night scene. We're not picking up too many architectural details, so I'll just show you a couple of others. Once again, here we go. And we have some predominant yellows, we have some oranges and some blues. These tend to blend in quite well. Once again, we're not looking for, I show some really small and really undetailed images because we're not looking for detail. We're looking for the general picture and the general mood. And one of the best things to do for that is just look at some really small thumbnails. They generally transmit the essential, and I'm really not worried about pixel density here. It's just about the general image. So we'll just flick through. Here we go. I think this one was one of the ones I actually tend to lend myself more to. And it's quite a long exposure, and we've got a duskish sky, and we're seeing that detail is being lost here towards the end of the image. And we've got this nice leading throughout the eye. We go around to these left buildings, then we go here to the midground, and then we go to the foreground and background, actually the background. And we can see that we have this beautiful orange tone, and it just blends in so nicely with this purple, cyan, and blue sky. Also, just understanding how light reacts around the base of the buildings. Some other details we have, like these tiny lights, just indicators that indicate the limits of the building. I'll just flick through, and here we go, another one where we have this beautiful blue sky. We have this kind of duskish setting, orange lighting, just seeing what happens when we have these long exposures. And another one, and yeah, just seeing what happens once more. And these images were basically my palette and what I had to work through. As for the architecture itself, I was inspired by Foster and Partners' Apple Cupertino campus for Apple. And I found just the round form I found fantastic, as I don't get to work with a round form every day. And I thought I'd actually take some inspiration from there and create my own piece and create something that hopefully all of you will like too. I'll just show you my concept image so you can see what I briefly drafted up. And you can see that once again I've picked up on those principles. I've made my foreground object. I know it's something of a donut shape. I just want my eye to blend through the image progressively from foreground, midground to background. And we can see a couple of main objects that really do lead the eye. And we can see we're just going progressively through the image. We've got a predominant tone that's around the oranges and these blues and these cyans, and quite a stormy sky. Once again, I'd say I do draw some inspiration from concept art, most inspiration from concept art, and also a major one is map painting, of course. And we're looking for this kind of dramatic feel to it, something that really engages the audience. And I think that's all now for the inspiration. In the next lesson, we'll be talking about our basic model and how to continue on from that with some basic modeling and just setting up some V-Ray lighting, and then progressively going through to post-production throughout the other tutorials. I'll see you in the next lesson.